Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Tuesday morning. It is the 23rd day of May in 2023, and this is the morning briefing. As I look out the window of the home office this morning, there are a few clouds here and there, just kind of zooming on by. No big deal there, but the thing you've probably noticed this morning is the temperatures are cooler. First thing this morning, temperatures in the valley have been in the mid to upper 50s, where yesterday at the same time, temperatures were in the low 60s. I know that doesn't sound like much of a spread, maybe a difference of 4 or 5 degrees first thing in the morning. But by the time we get to the afternoon, the temperatures today will be running 10 or 12 degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday as a result of the Delta breeze. I'll show you more on the Delta breeze and the marine layer. We'll talk more about that and the impact it's going to have. We're also going to talk about the Sierra thunderstorms and whether or not they're going to impact part of Memorial Day weekend. But there is something else I wanted to start with this morning, and that is this typhoon. It's actually a super typhoon, which means it's more than a Category 3 out here in the Pacific. The reason that this is significant is that this island right here, that's Guam. And as you can see, here is the eye wall right in here. It's starting to fill in a little bit, but this is, which is a sign of weakening. But still, this is a very powerful storm with winds. I think the last time they were estimated is around 140 miles an hour. And it is going to be on a path going past Guam during the course of the day today. It may be just a little bit on the south, but with a typhoon or a hurricane, you do not want to be on this side of it. And even if the eye of the storm stays just to the south of the island, it still looks as though the island of Guam is likely going to get the worst of it. From what I've read, and I'll admit I haven't done a lot of research on this, but they say this could be the worst typhoon in 20 years to hit Guam. But again, that's just what I read on the internet, and you can't believe everything you read on the internet. But anyway, so that's something worth keeping an eye on during the course of the day today. Around here, well, we're seeing these high, thin clouds go by, as you can see here. But those clouds just kind of going on by, nothing in the way of rain. A couple of things I want to look at, and we'll see if this satellite holds up well enough. Yeah, there we go. Reset. There we go. All right, the thing I wanted to zoom in on here was the marine layer. So here's the Golden Gate, and this is the flow coming through the bay and into Napa. And you can see that the higher peaks here are peaking out, so to speak. So you get the higher mountains that peak out, but you can basically see the flow coming this way and then up valley. It's rather dramatic here. And then, of course, all of San Francisco is socked in. Now, I always show you this view of the marine layer, and this is, of course, a two-dimensional down view. But I also want to show you how we also look at the marine layer, because it's not just this two-dimensional view, because quite often we'll get the fog along the coast, but we still have a lot of heat in the valley. Well, what's important about the marine layer is how deep it is. So I'm going to show you something that I haven't shown you before. I never showed this on television either. So this is what's called a vertical profiler. And this is actually in Fort Ord. There is also one up in Bodega Bay, but we tend to use this one here in Fort Ord. And what you're looking at here is a vertical profile of the atmosphere, and over here is the altitude in feet, so 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet, etc. And time increases actually to the left. And the colors here are temperatures. The colder temperatures are blue, the warmer temperatures are red. And usually, if you look at the temperatures aloft, these should be the opposite. The warmer should be down here, the cooler should be here. So what we look at here is this area of blue being the marine layer. And right now that marine layer is about 2,000 feet deep, or even a little bit higher. And that's good. What you want, if you want a cooler air to come into the valley, you want this marine layer to be down or up around 2,000 feet or higher. That gives you good flow not only through the channels of, let's say, the Delta, the Carquena Strait, but it also can actually send it up over the coast range as well, helping to further influence the valley with cooler air. And what we'll look for quite often is at least getting it around 1,000 feet or higher. And then during the summer months, when sometimes the marine layer gets squashed, you don't see any of this at all. So this is what we look at, is the depth of the marine layer. So it's not just the fact that we have the marine layer like this, but it's how deep it is. And the other thing you can use the satellites for too is to see which mountains are poking out here, and that also can give you kind of a ballpark that, yeah, the marine layer must be pretty deep. Just the highest peaks here in Napa County and Sonoma County are starting to peak out. So that's a little bit about the marine layer. All right, let's talk about the chances of rain. So I'm going to show you the North American model. Today, looks like the only chances of rain are maybe going to be in Lassen County, and those dissipate rather quickly. Then this is Wednesday afternoon. Here, it does look as though we could see showers in Plumas County, maybe all the way down toward the Reno area or Truckee, and maybe into the Tahoe Basin. But it's Thursday that is going to be a more widespread day. This is Thursday afternoon. And here you can see the typical thing of the widespread showers up and down the coast range, I should say the Sierra here, as well as a couple over here in the Coast Range. So this would include Quincy and Portola, Truckee, Donner Summit, South Lake Tahoe, Kirkwood, Bear Valley, and then down 395 as well. So that's Thursday, and of course we do have the long weekend coming up, and a lot of what's going to happen for Friday and the weekend depends on this low and how quickly it moves out of the area. So this is Friday afternoon. It doesn't look quite as convective, but still it does look as though there could be some rain showers here along Interstate 80. And so if you are planning on starting a Memorial Day weekend on Friday and heading up over the summit, don't be surprised if there are rain showers. But it does also look as though what we'll see is the chance of thunderstorms decreasing as we get into the weekend itself, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you are planning on heading into the mountains, even driving, just do keep in mind that you'll find the water on the roads, you'll find some rain. If you're camping, I don't know how many people are camping above 5,000 feet, but that's where we'll see the chance of showers. And again, I don't expect to see any showers down below 5,000 feet. So let's say you're going to Sly Park to camp for the Memorial Day weekend, that would be dry. So we still have a lot to keep up with as we go through this week, even though valley temperatures are going to be very modest this week. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s, about average, so nothing too high, nothing too low, not too windy, just a good steady delta breeze. So the lower elevations are very quiet. We'll just have to keep an eye on the higher elevations as we go through the day. And yeah, it looks as though that marine layer will stay in place, keeping the delta breeze going and helping to keep temperatures in a good range. And it does look as though we'll go through the month of May without a 100-degree day, which is nice. Yeah, we can keep the heat away a little bit longer. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. So it's Tuesday. There will be a Facebook Live chat tonight at 8 o'clock. And of course, I'll be on KCRA at 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll be on KQCA at 10 o'clock and back on Channel 3 at 11 o'clock tonight with the latest on the chance of showers and whether or not they're going to impact our weekend. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk to you later.